on in the world. Hey, I'm not saying that it's going to fix your problems. But what I am saying is, if you are considering moving to a new place outside of your recent current place that you're in right now, you might want to consider astrocartography in astrology. All right, today we're going to be talking about Uranus lines in astrocartography and what that looks like if you are thinking or planning on moving to a Uranus line. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to hop right into it. Personal readings you can definitely find the link below. I also have classes available as well too, and PDFs that you can download, like cheat sheets and stuff available on my website that you can see as well. I also have personal readings for astrocartography. I think I'm honestly probably going to end up making the readings on a donation base in the month of March because, yeah, I've been thinking of switching up some things, but we'll see. Definitely come back to this video. If you see this video, it might be dropping. Yeah, it's probably gonna be dropping. I don't know. It might not be dropping in March, but if you see it, there might be changes to the website. So definitely check it out there. All right. So Uranus energy. Let's talk about the planet Uranus and what it is. Uranus. Some people pronounce it as Uranus. This is ruled over Aquarius energy. This is very unconventional energy here. It's different, you know. This can definitely bring great shifts, you know, to whatever it touches, and it also has a rebellious spirit, a rebellious nature as well to it as too. I also see Uranus and even Neptune, the planets of the divine. So like, it was divine order that these steps have happened, and now that we're about to be moving from Uranus and Taurus to Uranus and Gemini this year, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot of global changes as well as all the other planets that are transiting and shifting this year as well. So if you decide that you want to live on a Uranus line, you definitely want to check, like I always say, you definitely want to check to see what sign your Uranus is in and also what house that this is in and whatever is aspected to this particular part of your chart, to just kind of get a little bit more insight as to what it can look like potentially for you in your personal chart. But you might find yourself either moving a lot, specifically with Uranus. If you're moving in this line, you might find that maybe you know, get to the place that you're going to, but you find yourself like maybe you move to multiple places at one time. Maybe you move to multiple homes, or maybe you living in a home, but there's like there's constant either changes going on within that home, whether there's people coming in, whether there's people coming out, whether there's things that need to be fixed, or you're building something. Like, you can definitely see a Uranus line for someone who is, I would even say, like, you know, living just in an unconventional lifestyle. So you can see somebody who maybe lives with, I don't know, a collective group of people, you know what I mean? Like, it's a collective group of people sharing a space or a home. Or maybe your home is different. It's not like a regular modernized kind of home. It's just like, you could see somebody that's living on a boat. I don't know, you know, somebody who's living in a treehouse, somebody who's living, you know, there's a very different type of energy here. You can also meet people who have very unique characteristics in this line. Like, you know, what I'm getting is like, this is the type of energy that you'll see is like you're meeting people, very unconventional people, very kind of different, unique kind of people, but it's like right in the nick of time. You know, like on the movies when somebody's about to walk into some type of portal and somebody just kind of magically shows up and is like, oh, I see you've made it to, they don't necessarily say that, but it's like a checkpoint. Like, I see you've made it to the next round, you know, I think you made it to the next portal, da 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 da. That's what you can see with Uranus here, or Uranus line as well. You also, with your Uranus line, there can also be some, you know, like I talked about before, some quick changes that also happen in these places. Like, you know, for example, maybe like a house that gets burned down, or something happens within that place that you're living, or a neighborhood that you're living, and now you have to move to the next place. Like, there can just be some real, like, not necessarily superstitious, but like just some off the wall stuff that happens and you have to change your location quickly, or you have to change your location to another thing. So if you like change, if you like kind of like that instability of things kind of being new and things kind of being different, you can definitely see that here. I also, which is coming to me now, like I also definitely can see this being something that's like an artist residency, like, you know what I mean, like, and this could be any kind of artist residency or some type of trade or skill or something like that, where you're learning like a new skill or you're learning like a new trade that's very unconventional, specifically for these times, you know, but that skill or that gift that you kind of unlocked kind of takes you into a whole new, you know, world, you know what I'm saying? Also too, I would definitely say with Uranus, like very, you know, just off the wall journey. So maybe you do live in a place in this specific place, but maybe you're taking like short trips in the immediate place, or you know what I'm saying, like you're taking short trips all over the place in the immediate place. You definitely can be home, but you also might not be home, you know what I'm saying? Like you might be just kind of traveling and finding new places and stuff like that. Your decor also in this home might be very different, you know, depending on, like I said, what your Uranus sign is, but also your Venus sign. You'll kind of see, can kind of see maybe what your home would look like, or it's just a different, like I said before, like just a different type of home. Like most people in the world wouldn't be living in these particular spaces and places here, you know. Again, back to the collective, you can be living amongst a group of people, you know, y'all have y'all's own like land and village, you know what I'm saying, with your own, maybe you have an unconventional like family or unconventional way of life, you know, maybe you're a little bit more, because I mean Uranus also has that independent streak to it, because it just wants to do things a little bit differently. So, you know, you could definitely see this as a place where you're just kind of living outside the lines. If you catch my drift, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, no beans and toast, all right? It's a little unconventional, all right? It's a little different than the norm, you know? I would even say it's a little bit more seasoned here. Seasoned in a way that is unique, like it invigorates all your senses and you're like, this is really good, I like this, you know. You can also see like spiritual ascension here happening. You could definitely have a lot of outer body experiences with Uranus here. There also, I would definitely say watch out for accidents here. Like I know I talked about like maybe like a house burning down, but like just there could be some like accidents that happen. Maybe it's like a, you know, because Uranus also rules the weather. It also rules electricity, so there could be like, you know, power outages or, you know, floods and just things with the weather that, you know, and I'm not trying to scare you from living on a Uranus line, because it definitely is very different. But if you're a person at this key point in your life where you're just trying to, yes, baby. What's up, baby? Come here. Got the cat babies in here. I'm a great grandmother. All right, of six kids, really 10, but the other ones is somewhere really more than that, for real, because there's a lot of mamas. I had 5 mamas pregnant at the same time, and now it's 2 other mamas that's pregnant right now, so it's a lot of kids running around this house. Well, not this house, but some of them the mama brought inside, Zuzu brought inside, and other ones. So yeah, unconventional living. I mean, some people are like, well, it's just cats. No, she was an outdoor cat. Okay, she lived in the streets. You know, her mama had her in the streets, and she used to come in here for her little nap times and stuff. So now she done moved all her babies up under my bed. So yeah, very unconventional little spot that she's found for herself under the bed, because my bed is not a normal bed. And so yeah, so your soul tribe, you know, making their way to you or coming to you in different ways as well too. And also just freedom and individuality. Like you living on this line can give you this sense of, like we talked about on the other video, and I just kind of had like a little, you know, catching up about, you know, my astrocartography line. If you haven't checked that video out, definitely check it out. Living on my North Node line and things. Just a very I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Just wanting or seeking like freedom in the space that you live. So very sovereign, you know. It's not, I would say the place that you live here with this Uranus 9 is not necessarily according to the law, okay? It's not necessarily according to the way the rest of society would live life. It's very different, you know, living on this particular line. So that's a little bit what I have for Uranus. The next we're going to get into is Neptune, and then we'll finish it off with the North Node and South Node lines here. And yeah, I think I might do, yeah, MC and IC as well too. Yeah, we'll get into it, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you already know what it is. It's a rainy storm, checking in, checking out. Definitely check out those personal, check it out the courses available. I'm definitely going to be adding more. I'm going to also be taking a lot of videos from YouTube and also putting those on the website so they'll be downloadable so you can keep them forever, because honestly, with everything going on with social media, I don't know if they're going to actually keep these platforms. I don't know, just something in me just doesn't foresee us being on YouTube for even at the next 5 years out. I could be totally wrong, but I think things are going to be changing with Pluto and Aquarius, especially like what spaces that we're subscribing to. So just so you can keep those things forever, if you want those videos, those videos will also be available on my website as well too. But other than that, you already know what it is. Brainstorm, checking in, checking out. Without a doubt, deuces.